Ray Byers Jr. here with Byers LeafGuard Roofing and Solar. So I'm going to go over a couple items here of what can be done at your home to help with your energy costs. First one we're going to look at is attic ventilation. We want to make sure that your attic is adequately ventilated, and the reason for that is we want to get that hot air out of your home, really your attic space, so it doesn't heat up your home. A couple ways to do that is one, with ridge vent. You can take and add ridge vent if maybe you already have ridge vent in there. And also make sure that your soffit vents, these are your soffits down here, that's going to be bringing that cool air in as the hot air rises. And we want to make sure that those are free and clear of any debris. So you may want to go up there and just look at the insulation. Sometimes you get insulation falling down and blocking up some of that area for it to breathe. The goal with this is try and get rid of this hot box effect right above you. The other option is to add a Solar Star attic fan or a powered ventilated fan. Solitude makes one of these. We install these. These are actually powered by solar. So they have solar panels on top. The motor engages when the sunlight hits. It actively pulls that hot air out. We want to make sure that we have good intake and then great exhaust. That'll keep a lot of that hot air that's in your attic, 120 plus degrees at times. Even when it's only 90 or 100 degrees outside, it can be scorching to that 100 plus degree, 120 degree interior of your attic. You want to get rid of that thermal bridging that then carries all that heat down inside the house. The next way is to come in and actually install a whole house fan. Now, a whole house fan paired with the attic fan or ridge venting is excellent idea. The reason being is in the afternoons when it's cooler outside, or late evenings or early mornings when it's cool outside, you can bring all that cool air into the house, cool down all the body of the house, and then bring in that cool air into the attic. So therefore you have a nice cool area inside the attic that's going to be taking more time to get warmed up during the daytime. The whole house fans are also nice. They can be run at a low speed. So if you don't mind having a window open, you can bring cool air in all throughout the night, especially if it's cooler outside, obviously, than what your desired interior temp is. It's going to be fantastic for you. The other way is to check your insulation in your house. That could be just going up in your attic, looking at your insulation and leveling out your insulation, making sure that it's got adequate coverage. You want to make sure that you don't have any gaps in insulation. We can see in this image here, there's gaps. The reason why there's gaps is this gentleman's actually sucking out the old insulation. He's going to come back in and do what's called air sealing around all of the can lights. Any of the areas that have potential air change that's happening from inside our living area to our attic, they're going to make sure that they seal those areas up, and then they're going to come back in and blow insulation in over. So we can come back in, do a suck, seal, and blow, suck out all the insulation that's in your attic now, seal up all the areas that you're getting hot air passing back and forth, or cold air in the winter months, and seal all those up and then blow insulation back over. So that's another item that you can do. Now, some of the code has actually increased since when most of our homes were built. Most of our homes have a lot less insulation than what today's code standards are. Code standards today, in some cases, are almost double insulation value of what they were. And this is a great area to be able to do it, is inside your attic. The last is definitely adding solar. Solar is going to obviously help slow that meter spin down, either spin it backwards or at least slow it down. It makes the biggest impact on your PG&E bill. And the way that that works is all throughout the year, 12 months out of the year, you're going to be generating some sort of PV energy. You're going to be making those PV energy deposits, those kilowatt hour deposits, kilowatt deposits into your PG&E piggy bank that then you can use in the heavier months. July, August, some of September, where you're using more of your air conditioner. The other item you can look at is also a battery system. The battery systems are great because as PV Energy is producing power, their battery bank then stores that during the daytime hours and then deplete those batteries in the evening times when it's more expensive to buy power from PG&E. The other nice thing about these is if you are in a PSPS, we have less power through PG&E. PG&E's now turned power off. Now we at least have battery backup power to the home. We can keep the refrigerators and things like that running. Those are some of the quick things that you can do for your home. Some of them obviously are more costly than others, solar being the most expensive. The cheapest for you is to just make sure that you have adequate coverage with your insulation. Keep that air exchange, the hot air from heating up down inside the living area. Also making sure you have adequate ventilation in your attic. Again, Ray Byers Jr. with Byers LeafGuard Roofing and Solar. Take care.